Hello everyone, I am D-Mind, the mind of one and all, and welcome back to another episode of One Small Fire at a Time. And in the last episode, we managed to find Drake, and well, then we have a lot of exposition about what it means to be a lunatic. Which is somewhat interesting, but oh boy, this game keeps giving exposition. And we got the dots. What's your visual novel without the dots? And watch out with this music. Candela Carol woke with a start when she heard somebody crying. At first she thought it was Janice. Every once in a while she'd hear quiet sobs from her room next door. She had never said anything because she wasn't sure how to help her friend, but these cries sounded distant, so it couldn't be Janice. She left her room. She wandered from one dark hallway to another and listened to every door she passed, but everything was quiet and everyone was sound asleep. Candela didn't like the smudges of red paint strewn all over the walls and the floor, but she ignored them and kept walking. Or is it blood? She stepped lightly, but her footsteps echoed with the distant paint sobs in the otherwise silent night. She followed a trail of red, almost luminous footprints down a flight of stairs and found herself in the living room. She couldn't see very well in the darkness, but a set of handprints, why would she follow this red, on the front door immediately caught her attention. As she inched closer to the door, the weeping got a little louder. The door handle felt cold in her hand. She stopped. She realized that she had left her sketchbook in the room. Candela didn't like to be away from her sketchbook for even a moment and contemplated going back to retrieve it. After weighing her options, she decided that it was time she left it behind. She turned the handle. She could hear the weeping more clearly outside. She walked in the direction from which the sound came, not caring about the damp night air that felt chilly against her skin. The sounds led her first across the yard, then down the thicket path that she remembered tracking down with Janice just a few days earlier. A building slowly came into view. Candela immediately halted when she saw someone. Okay, is that Colton? Mr. Sherwood? Candela said when she recognized the person standing before her. A momentary look of surprise crossed the man's face. "Who's crying in there?" she asked, pointing at the building behind him. He turned and looked at the building for a long moment before turning back to Candela. She thought his face looked sad, but it could have been something else. It was hard to tell in the darkness. Is that him? She won't stop crying. Oh wait, that's Candela. Yeah, I do not know who's speaking. She won't stop crying. Is someone hurting her? Mr. Sherwood didn't answer. Candela eyed the alienist curiously. All those red splotches on his clothes really bothered her. No, Candela knew what they were. "Mr. Sherwood, why are you covered in blood?" She didn't miss the change in Mr. Sherwood's already grim expression. What feeling it was supposed to represent, she didn't know. She was sure, however, that Mr. Sherwood wasn't pleased with her question. He peered down at his shirt with his lifeless, inhuman eyes before turning them back up to Candela. "Don't worry about the blood," Colton Sherwood replied. "It's nothing." And more dots. And we do not know what happened to Candela. Maybe she went back to her room. Or maybe Mr. Sherwood took her. Who knows? Lately I've been waking up feeling groggy. I wonder what time it is. I look out the window and see the sun already up in the eastern blue sky, shining down on some kids playing in the yard. Usually Candela would knock on my door a few times as she passed my room on her way downstairs, but I didn't hear anything today. Is she still asleep? Or was I sleeping so soundly that I didn't hear her knock? I know she left her room late last night, probably to use the restroom or something. Maybe she overslept because of that. Well, I guess I'll be the one to wake her up for a change. I jump out of bed and leave my room. I walk down the hallway, careful not to bump into a janitor who is busy mopping the floor. Be careful, the floor is still wet. Okay. The janitor... Here I'm assuming the janitor cleaned up all the blood. So the janitor must be in on this. I pass the janitor and go into a room very similar to my own. Candela? It doesn't take me but a moment to confirm that Candela isn't here. As I scan the room, my eyes land on something on her desk. I pick up Candela's sketchbook. Why did she leave this here? She always takes this with her wherever she goes. I put it back down and leave. I go downstairs to the living room. Aiden Wolf should still be here, right? Oh, Janice, good morning. Have you seen Candela? Huh? No. Now that you mention it, she usually gets up pretty early. Is she still sleeping? No, I just checked her room. Maybe she found something interesting and is drawing it in her sketchbook. She left that on her desk. That's unusual. I'll go look for her. Wait, I'll go with you. And I start looking for Candela outside. Candela? And I calls out to her, but there's no reply. We are some kids, but none of them have seen Candela all morning. We go to the backyard and continue our search. Candela? I wonder where she went. We wander around some more, making sure to check every corner and behind every tree. While we are searching for Candela, I see a boy standing by himself. Drake? Ugh. Maybe he saw something. Safe. Talk to Drake. Hey. Drake glances at me nervously. Janice? Have you seen Candela? Candela? No, I haven't seen her anywhere. Why do you think I know where she is? We can't find her anywhere. She might have gone missing. Huh? Are you sure? Of course I'm not sure, but I don't know where she is and nobody's seen her this morning. Oh, Drake! Miss Polidori. You don't think... She didn't escape, did she? Like you did? No, she couldn't have. Candela can use wind and water magic, but not earth magic. Besides, she has no reason to escape. Plus, she's not a coward like a certain boy. Hey! Guys, let's not fight now, okay? I'm sorry, Miss Polidori. Anyway, I've been here since earlier this morning and I haven't seen Candela come by here. If I do here, I'll let you know. Thank you, Drake. Janice, let's go look for Candela somewhere else. Okay. Anna and I leave. There's only one place we haven't searched. The adult ward. We arrive at the area near the adult ward. There's nobody around because we have all been warned not to come near here. Anna and I start looking around, circling the buildings, scouring the bushes, searching all over the place, but it quickly becomes evident we aren't going to find Candela. She's not here either. I stare at the building. What, do you think she's in there? It's the only place we haven't looked. But there's no way she could have gone inside, the door's always locked. And why would she want to go in? I don't know, curiosity maybe? Okay, let's see if they'll let me in. Anna walks up to the door. She takes a moment to gather her courage before knocking. We wait for what feels like forever, nothing happens. Anna's just about to knock on the door again when it opens. A woman comes out, followed by a man. Mr. and Mrs. Sherwood? Yep. Miss Polidori, can I help you? We haven't seen Candela this morning and Janice and I were wondering if... She's here. What? You don't have to worry about Candela, we moved her here this morning. Why? We decided that she's mature enough to be here with the other adults. Oh. No. But isn't Candela only 16? You used to only move children here when they turn 18, but it seems like they're being moved much sooner these days. We have more vacant rooms now, so we're able to move them sooner. But, Miss Polidori, please walk Janice back to her own ward. You know she's not supposed to be here. Mr. Sherwood goes back inside. Wait! Don't worry, Candela is perfectly fine. You should have seen the bright smile she had on her face when she saw fear. I'll tell her that you stopped by and said hi. See you later, Miss Polidori. Take care, Janice. Mrs. Sherwood follows your husband. The door closes. Why? For a while, Anna and I just stared at the door, dumbfounded by what just happened. We feel as if our friend has been stolen from us. To add insult to injury, Mr. and Mrs. Sherwood's explanation didn't make sense, but Anna and I both know that there's no point trying to argue. Slowly, we make our way back to the children's ward. They could have at least let us say goodbye. Yeah. Oh, we should probably tell Jake about Candela. He's probably still looking for her. Okay. As we're about to head back to where Drake was, I see two people waiting outside the gate. Anna, that's Guess. Oh. I follow Anna to the gate. It's Joff and, Poe. Good morning, Miss Poldoy. Oh, little Janice is here too. Good morning. Good morning, Professor Poe. Good morning, Joff. Morning. Anna opens the gate and lets Joff and Poe in. We all walk together to the children's ward. Shall I call Mr. Sherwood for you? No, that wouldn't be necessary. Poe and I were just in the neighborhood and thought we'd stop by. I see. We stop in front of the house. Would you like to wait inside or... Here is fine. Ladies, is it just me or are you two feeling down? Well... They moved Candela. Candela? The girl who always carried a sketchbook with her. Ah, I remember her. So when you say that they moved her to the adult ward. I see. We are going to the backyard. Please excuse us. Can we come with you? We love to look around. Sure. Anna tells Drake everything Mr. and Mrs. Sherwood told us. And that's what happened. What? I can't believe it. Why did they move her so soon? That's what we'd like to know too. Drake is gonna do something dumb, is he? Drake plots away with his head hung low. None of us say anything after that. Even Joff and Poe are quiet. They seem to be sympathizing with us. Oh, by the way, Anna looks at Joff and then points at the construction site. I asked around about that building. One of the other nurses knew a few things about it. Oh? What did you find out? Apparently they stopped developing it 3 or 4 years ago. It had been under construction for just under a year. I could have told you that. Huh? They started working on it a few months after I came to Eclipse. What were they building? Don't know. Well, I do. The nurse told me that Mr. Short was planning to turn this place into a large residential complex that could house every lunatic in the city of Overture. House every lunatic? Yeah, he wanted to build everything a small city would need to sustain itself, and this complex would become some sort of lunatic utopia, where mad people could live happily, separated from the outside world. In a way, mad people would be completely isolated here, but on the other hand, they would be able to build their own society. Oh. Eclipse would be the one place where lunatics could be themselves, and be accepted as who they are. Accepted as who they are? They said the complex would have its own housing, school, hospital, library, and any other facility you could imagine. And that building was going to house all of it. Shelter, huh? What? Oh, never mind, I was just reminded of something. But that is quite an ambitious project. You'd be building the equivalent of a small town into one giant building. Yes, I was surprised when I heard that too. Not just a madhouse, but a mad town. So that's why he built his madhouse on such a massive plot of land. Why did he halt the construction? I don't know. A lunatic utopia. Mr. Sherwood sure has some strange ideas. I wonder if I enjoy living in a place like that. Anna, Joff and Poe continued to discuss Mr. Sherwood's mega project, but I got lost and stopped paying attention. Before I realized it, I'm already walking away. Now that Candela is in here and Drake has stopped picking on me, I'm left with nothing to do. I really don't get along with any of the other inmates. I drag my feet upstairs and walk down the deserted hallway. I realize I passed my room, so I stop. I find myself standing in front of a door, hesitating for a moment before opening it. I go in and sit on Candela's bed, or what used to be Candela's bed. I wonder what she's doing right now. She's probably listening to one of Fia's sermons, even though she loses interest halfway through. I let my back fall on the bed. Well, if she gets bored, there's always her sketchbook. Oh, so there's gonna be a excuse. She'll be like, oh, she forgotten her sketchbook, I'm gonna go in. Oh, no one's at the door, it's open, alright, I'll go in. And then you see the horror and be like, oh my god. Candela loves drawing in a sketchbook. As long as she has that, she'll be fine anywhere. Wait. I hop off the bed and look at Candela's desk. I walk over to it and pick up Candela's sketchbook. That idiot left it here. Why didn't she bring the sketchbook with her? Did she forget it? Was she moved so suddenly that she didn't even have the opportunity to get her sketchbook? I imagine Candela panicking, frantically looking for a sketchbook everywhere. When she realizes she no longer has it, she'll probably be really sad. I mean, for plot reasons, I think the wait. Hold on. That save is... oh yeah, it's when we talk to Drake. Alright. I make a point to save at every choice. Okay, so for plot reasons, I think the right answer is to bring the sketchbook to Candela. But I wonder if how we get out. Usually, we somehow manage to get out. If not, we get saved by someone. Candela. Candela came to this madhouse not long after I did. She was a weirdo back then, but she never mocked me for not being able to use magic, so naturally I always ended up near her. While it was difficult to understand what she was saying a lot of the time, I started to enjoy being around her. When I did understand her, she would randomly lose interest in our conversations. But it was still more fun than talking with the other kids. I remember one day after one of those awful electroshock therapy sessions, I was crying in pain in the infirmary. The alienist had forbidden the nurses from healing me because it would defeat the purpose of the therapy. Candela heard me, snuck into the infirmary and stayed with me until I felt better. We didn't talk much, but just having her there sitting next to my bed with a gleeful smile on her face helped me calm down. The alienist scolded her after he found her next to me, but Candela was too distracted by a bird perching on the windowsill to pay attention to him, much to his frustration. I can't let Candela be without her sketchbook. Clutching the sketchbook to my chest, I dash out of the room. I walk cautiously, examining my surroundings. When I'm sure there are no nurses around, I head to the adult ward. Now, what do? I stand in front of the door. I try the doorknob, but it doesn't budge. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to just walk in through the front door. I start looking for another way to get in. I circle the building. I examine the windows one by one, but they're all shut. I look up at the roof, but there's no way I can get up there. Even if I could, I don't know how that would help me get in. Maybe he can get Drake, because he can make a ramp and then jump with the gravity thing. While I'm still examining the building, I hear someone call out my name. Janice? Chapter 11! Rainstorm. Oh boy, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe taking the sketchbook was a mistake. She got caught. By Drake. Janice? Okay, it's Drake. Drake, what are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. I'm bringing Candela her sketchbook. I showed Drake the sketchbook. Oh, well, I just thought I'd try to see her, or something. I was looking for an open window or somewhere that let me peek inside. But there's nothing. We can't see Candela anymore. Drake? What? You like Candela, don't you? What? No, what makes you think that? He totally does. So there's no way to get inside, huh? If Drake already searched for a way in and found nothing, there's no point in me doing it again. I just wanted to say goodbye, as a friend. It doesn't mean anything. I turn around and start to retrace my steps. Hey, listen to me. It's not like that, okay? I start in front of the building and stare at the door. Don't you dare start any rumors or anything. Looks like this is the only way to get in. Janice, are you listening to me? I turn to look at Drake's flushed face. What? Don't look at me like that. I said I don't like her. Let's use your magic. No, I said... Huh? We'll make a copy of the door key with your magic. What are you talking about? I can't do that. There aren't any magic spells like that. Don't worry, I'll show you one. You what? You can't even use magic. Just listen to me, we're doing this for Candela, okay? Fine, teach me. Remember what happened when one of your little flunkies used the rock to attack me? It happened pretty quickly, but what happened was that a bunch of dirt or something materialized. Then it gravitated towards the center, formed the shape, and finally hardened. Is that the process? Yeah, something like that. Can you control the hardness of the rock? Not very precisely, but yeah, I can make my rock hard or soft. Oh, the innuendos. What is it? Why are you looking at me funny? You can make your rock hard or soft, really? Janice, aren't you like 12, 13? Yeah, you're 13, you just turned 13. Aren't you oh well, I guess, yeah, you're old enough. Magic! I was talking about magic. Drake's face turns an even deeper shade of red. Okay, whatever, you have a key with you? I have my bedroom key. Drake produces his key from one of his pockets. I want you to summon a rock around that key, like completely surround it and enclose it with rock. But you need to make the rock a little soft. Make it hard enough to maintain the shape, but we need to be able to easily split it and free the key. Think you can do that? Yeah, I think. Good. Drake fixates his eyes on the bedroom key in his hand. After a few breaths, he tosses it in the air and swiftly casts his spell. A small cloud of dust forms around the key and compacts itself into a brick. I catch it as it falls. Now what? I place the brick on the ground and lightly stomp on it with my foot. It doesn't break. I stomp again, this time putting a little more strength into it. The brick splits into two and Drake's key is rebuilt. Take your key. Oh, I get it. If we put those two halves back together, there's your hollow space. That's the exact shape of the key, so we can use them as a mold. I take the two halves of mold, one in each hand. Right, now I need you to summon another rock, just a small one. Make it as hard as you can. Real keys are made of metal, so they are really solid. You don't want it breaking inside the lock. Okay. As soon as Drake casts the spell, I bring the two halves of the mold together, trapping the scattering of dust and dirt between them as soon as it appears in the air. Why? I mean, I guess it works, but wouldn't adults have thought, oh, they can do this? Or don't tell me Janice is the only one who thought of it. I feel something shaking between the two clumps of rock in my hands as after a couple of seconds it stops. When I open the mold again, a new key sits there. Jake picks it up and inspects it with wide eyes. We did it! We copied the key! Let's open the door. He bows to the door and inserts the key into the hole. Obviously the key doesn't turn. Yes, it's his own key. Huh? It's your bedroom key, idiot. Ah, I was so excited that I forgot. Ladies and gentlemen, a fool in love. So what is the point of making this key? This is called a proof of concept. Now that we've verified the method works, we need to figure out a way to borrow the word key. I see. He takes out the original bedroom key and holds the two keys next to each other, studying them carefully. They're exactly the same. I never knew how easy it was to copy a key. Exactly. Make sure you never leave your keys out ever again. Alright, how do we get the word key? Just ask Mr. Sherwood? I stare at the door again. I have an idea. I whisper my idea to Drake. You think that will work? Why do I have to do all the talking? You know my condition. Oh come on, it's just Mr. Sherwood. He's not a stranger. But I put my hands on Drake's shoulders. Remember, we're doing this for Candela. Don't keep saying we're doing this for Candela, it's going to get me to do whatever you want. But you will do, won't you? Fine, let's do it. Drake walks up to the door while I hide behind a nearby bush. Drake takes a few breaths before knocking. I watch his body stiffen as he waits for someone to engage. From the door. Can I help? Drake? Miss Polidori asked me to tell you that Lord Godwin is here. Lord Godwin is here? Mr. Sherwood shuts the door, locks it, and slips the key into one of his coat pockets. Thank you, Drake. Miss Polidori shouldn't have made you do this. It's okay, Mr. Sherwood. Mr. Sherwood walks hastily and Drake falls in right behind him. While they're walking, Drake suddenly trips and falls. Ow! Drake, are you alright? No, I think I sprained my ankle. Let me see. Is it this foot? I mean, yes. Mr. Sherwood brings his hand close to Drake's foot, which is soon suave and shimmering light. I quietly come out of hiding and tiptoe behind Mr. Sherwood while his full attention is on his magic. Really? At the exact moment the spell is cast, I slip my hand into his coat pocket and fetch a small object. I tiptoe back into my hiding place, clutching the key. How are you feeling? I'm okay now, thank you, Mr. Sherwood. Watch your step. Yes, sir. Mr. Sherwood continues toward the children's ward. Drake continues to follow him, but this time more slowly. Once Mr. Sherwood is a dozen paces or so ahead, I suddenly hand the key to Drake. Drake casts the spell to produce the mold. I catch it in the air, place it on the ground and stomp on it with just the right amount of force to split it into two halves. I take them back to my hiding place, behind the bush, leaving the key on the ground. Mr. Sherwood, I think you dropped this. Drake picks the key up. Huh? Oh yes, that's my key. He walks back to Drake and takes the key from him. Thank you. And finally he leaves. I wait until he's outside before coming out of hiding. We did it. Now we can make our key. Drake casts the spell again. I put the two halves of mold together around the swirling dust and dirt. And voila, we've got a key. I stride over to the door, the key in one hand and a sketchbook in the other. Maybe you should make copies, you know, in case, like, one for each or something, I don't know. The living room that greets me and Drake isn't very different from the one in our own ward, but once we get further in, the contrast between the two places becomes much more apparent. Oh wow. We arrive at a long hallway with wooden doors lining both sides. Suddenly, using the word inmate to describe someone who lives in a madhouse doesn't sound so ridiculous anymore. What's with this place? I wouldn't want to live here. Some inmates stand in the hallway while others walk around aimlessly. Most of them seem to be a little older than Candela, some are around Anna's age, while a few look even older. Drake stays close behind me. He must be feeling anxious around all these strangers. A man wearing a pair of pajamas stares at us. His hair is unkempt and his puffy eyes make him look like he hasn't slept in days. First time I've seen you two. Did you die recently? Huh? Oh, you're not ghosts? Sorry, it's really hard to tell. He scuffles away. Drake and I gawk at each other before we continue to walk down the long hallway looking for Candela. A loud gas stops us. We turn to see a woman whose wide eyes nearly pop out of her pale face. No, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. The woman backs away and plops down against the door. She hugs her knees, trying to make herself as small as possible and continues to repeat please don't kill me over and over like some sort of incantation. Drake and I decide to ignore her. There's something really wrong with all these people. Yeah, and we're gonna find that out in the next episode. So, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at DMindGaming if you have enjoyed, and I hope to see you again in the next episode.